to look at it.
Julian Epstein is former chief counsel of the House Judiciary Committee, and he joins us tonight. Julian, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
I know you don't like Trump and you're for the Mueller investigation. Fine. But this is really about Comey, and so I think it concerns all Americans, regardless of their political point of view. I don't think you could watch this interview and not come away with grave concerns about his commitment to basic civil liberties for all Americans.
Look, I think Brett did a phenomenal job.
Yeah.
I mean, it was Tim Russert quality interview. It was really, really a very good interview. But I mean, the two criticisms that have come, I watched a little bit of the coverage on the network, was that he wasn't fully revealing about the Steele dossier with the FISA application. And he wasn't clear when that started. And I think the facts are relatively clear that it was an investigation with Fusion GPS that started under Republicans. Democrats took it over.
Yeah.
In the FISA application for Carter Page, who had been incidentally under investigation since 2013-14 by the intelligence agencies.
But that doesn't mean he did anything wrong.
Well, he had said that he was regularly in touch with Russian intelligence.
No, Martin Luther King was under investigation. I'm not comparing them. I'm just saying, look, being under investigation is not a signifier that you're guilty of anything.
Right, but I think the intelligence agencies, who have more information than you and I do,
well, where is
believed. Well, I think it's part of an ongoing investigation. I don't expect that to be public. I don't think you expect that to be public.
I actually do at this point. I expect to know if you destroy a man's reputation, his livelihood, his capacity to support his family going forward, as we've done with Carter Page, you better tell me how he's a threat to American national security, and they haven't.
Well, I think the intelligence agencies believed that he was a dupe of Russian intelligence for many years, going back to 13 and 14. The point of the matter with Comey today was
Do you think he was?
I don't have the information.
Oh, so does it bother you that an American citizen has been destroyed by our intel and law enforcement agencies on the basis of no available evidence of wrongdoing? Why wouldn't, as a civil libertarian, you think, whoa, if that could happen to him, it could happen to me?
Well, I'm not sure his reputation has been destroyed.
Carter Page?
He's done a fair amount to destroy his reputation himself, as Trey Gowdy just said.
Oh, come on.
And I think a lot of what has come out about Carter Page has been because of the Republican investigations.
Okay, but whatever. I'm
oversight of the FBI.
Look,
so are you
before
saying to me,
you spy on an American citizen, you better have really good. Look, these are questions that liberals used to worry about.
And
what if the power?
So.
Amen. And they've stopped because they hate Trump, and so everything is okay. In light of that, you should care about Carter Page regardless of his IQ, regardless of his political affiliation.
We agree on that.
Yes.
We agree on that.
So this guy has been destroyed. No one will stand up for him. And for what? There's no evidence he did anything wrong.
You're telling me if the intelligence agencies believe that the Russians are using him as a dupe, that they have co-opted him,
yes,
and they have had that information since 2014, based in part on the public statements he's made himself. You're saying the intelligence agency should give somebody a pass?
That is not what I'm saying. I'm saying that once you have investigated him, and once you've let the rest of us know that you are investigating him, and once you've implied he's working for Russia, as that creep Comey just did on live television, you better prove that he did something wrong.
I think that Page said as much himself.
That he was working for the Russian government against U.S. interests.
Page in 2013 and 14, at least according to reports, indicated that he was in contact with Russian intelligence.
Well, you know what? I've been in contact with all kinds of foreign governments.
Are you in intelligence with? Are you in contact with Russian intelligence? No, but I live in D.C. I deal with foreigners all the time. Why would an American citizen be in touch with Russian intelligence?
You must be
if they
kidding.
weren't trying to use them.
You must be kidding.
No.
The number of foreign intel operatives in this city dealing with American citizens, including you and me and everyone else who lives here from lots of different countries, is overwhelming. And so the idea that you talk to someone from a foreign country, you're guilty?
No, not a foreign country. So you're going to tell me, Tucker, this is a very interesting conversation. You tell me that if a Russian intelligence agent comes to you and starts having regular conversations with you, you're not going to report. You're not going to report that to the FBI.
What I'm saying is,
what if you know it's a Russian intelligence agent?
I don't know. It would be case by case.
You wouldn't report that to the FBI?
I'm a loyal American. I've done nothing to betray my country. My point is, before you suggest that someone has done something to betray his country, you better prove it. What we're doing right now is McCarthyism. We're destroying people for political ends, and the left is standing by and letting it happen because they hate Trump. And I'm telling you that we are losing something really important, which is the presumption of innocence.
So I agree with you on the presumption of innocence. I agree with you on the principle. What we're talking about here is intelligence agencies getting a warrant from an Article III judge, a FISA court judge, who the judge on 4 different occasions believed that there was probable cause to believe that he was involved with a foreign agency.
This is all crap, and you know it, because over 90%, I'll tell you why, because over 90% of requests are granted. None of them are turned down.
It doesn't mean they're wrong.
So let's see the application. Let's judge for ourselves. And people like Comey and the destroyers of civil liberties like him and all of the people who are abetting it are saying, oh, it's secret, you can't learn. Why can't I learn?
I'm all for the disclosure of it. I'm all for the disclosure of that FISA application.
Dude, how would you feel if this was being used against against Democrats right now. You would be as upset as you should be right now.
Look, there's lots of investigations in the world that have occurred against Republicans and Democrats. Sometimes they've been legitimate, sometimes they've been illegitimate. Nobody has said the investigation into Carter Page is illegitimate. The question that Brett was asking Comey tonight was, well, when did you know that the Democrats were sponsoring the Christopher Steele investigation?
And then Comey looked right in the camera and said, "Oh, he's an agent of. We thought he was an agent of a foreign government." How dare you say that about somebody?
That's a counterintelligence investigation. But that's the basis
it's been
for
going on for years. So if they have evidence that he is, indict him. And if they don't, then look right in the camera and say, "Carter Page, who graduated from the Naval Academy in Annapolis, did nothing wrong."
I'm not saying that he is. I'm not saying that Carter Page is.
It's so
I'm saying that the intelligence agencies believe that. But I think we're losing a lot of viewers in this conversation.
I know.
We
probably are.
We're so far in the weeds right now.
Civil liberties matter. The left used to defend them, and they don't, and it's getting scary. That's my point.
So if the intelligence agencies have evidence that a U.S. citizen is cooperating with Russian intelligence, and they get a FISA warrant, you don't think that's a legitimate investigation?
Or move on.
Well, a FISA warrant is some level of proof to get it.
Julian, thank you.
Good to see you.
We live in a fallen world, so the online musings of rap stars carry political weight. Mark Stein joins us to discuss Kanye West's Twitter